McGee, Chris McGee.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I hear it for Fox Sports Net? We're live at Paul Mitchell U.S. Open in Chicago. Our first team, they're from Brazil. Their first final this year. He's the man at the net. He's the big southpaw. Say hello to Fanco Neto. Fanco. And of course, his partner patrolling the back row. These guys have been together for years, dominating over in Brazil. Say hello to Mr. Roberto Lopes. Let me hear you for Team USA, jumping up and down out of Laguna Beach, California. Three-time All-American out of USC, AJ, Mr. Adam Johnson. Clap it up, jump it up, don't stop, Chicago. We got three-time gold medalist out of UCLA, San Clemente, California. He's got 139 wins. One more, he's got the record. Do you want him to do it here in Chicago? Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Pride.
I don't know about you, MD, but this is exciting, and Karch Kiraly is pumped, and so is his crowd. We hope you are too, coast to coast on Fox Sports Net. Playing conditions, it has been an oppressive weekend here in Chicago. Temperatures in the 90s with the humidity. The heat index has been over 100. Not quite that hot right now, but it still is warm and breezy.
I tell you, Billy Mack, you come to Chicago, you know you're going to get one thing, and that's heat and humidity. Right now, it's very hot. The wind is not gusting up, and the sand is very hot as well.
We have the third member of the team, of course, down courtside, as always. Tim Hovland is ready to go. Let's go to Tim. Hov?
Hey, it is hot down here. USA versus Brazil. It's the 4th of July. We got Karch here going for 140. I can feel it. Independence Day. Karch is coming your way. Back to you guys.
A lot of red, white, and blue cheering here today. Brazil versus the United States. Karch Kiraly going for 140. But we've got to get you caught up a little bit with the Brazilians, Fanco and Roberto. A lot of you may not know about this team, but Roberto was the best defensive player on tour last year. And as you mentioned, down in Brazil, they've been dominant over the last few years.
Well, on the Brazilian domestic tour, they're the #1 team. And last year, toward the end of the season on the AVP tour, Fanco and Roberto was really the most consistent Brazilian pair. They finished with a lot of thirds, a lot of seconds. They haven't won an Open yet here in the United States. They've never had a better opportunity than right here in Chicago. Well-rested team, winners of the winner's bracket.
Going to 15, got to win by 2. Karch Kiraly looking to pass Sinjin Smith, the all-time record. Roberto will serve it up to start things off. Karch Kiraly with the first swing of the match, and that goes out, so a quick point to the Brazilians. 1-0, Fanco and Roberto. Kiraly and Johnson, of course, have taken the tough path, going through the loser's bracket.
Billy Mack, they lost to this very same Brazilian team in the semis. They got worked, and it's been a long, hot day for these two. And Karch was saying in the players' tent, I'm not going to lie to you, we're very, very tired. It's going to take a lot of guts and a lot of emotion from the crowd to get him going.
What was the difference in their first match during this tournament? Why did Fanco and Roberto dominate so?
Well, they were just serving so well, and as you said, Roberto is so good on defensively, he was picking up a lot of balls. And Johnson and Kiraly this morning, there was an early semifinal match, 8:30 in the morning. They just couldn't get anything going for themselves. Through the losers, though, they've gained a little bit of momentum, and Adam Johnson has been playing great.
Right there, dial up an ace, AJ Adam Johnson. And with the focus on Karch the last couple of months, and rightfully so, AJ's kind of been lost in the shuffle, but he's been playing brilliant volleyball.
And I tell you, Billy Mack, you talk to Adam, and he says, I don't mind a bit. Karch deserves every amount of attention he gets, and Adam's really the one that's making the big plays.
Take a quick break. Knotted up at 1, early going in Chicago. Back to the action, our U.S. Open final here in Chicago. The title in town. And this crowd is amped to say the least. And now Adam Johnson trying to follow up an ace, doing a little house cleaning. Easily one of the hottest days of the year, and Karch and AJ have been out there a long time. We asked Adam how that might affect the finals.
We're feeling good. You know, we've had a long day today. This will be our 5th match, but we're hanging in there so far.
Wind is swirling again on center court. Should play a factor throughout this final match. AJ dumped that one short. There's the big southpaw, Fanco with the swing.
And Billy, you said it, the wind is swirling right now. Very difficult conditions for the players to get a read on the wind. There is no real bad side or good side right now. The players just trying to figure out what direction the wind's coming at them at each changing moment.
Fanco again with the serve, and Karch will take it easily. That's a little close. Fanco with the block got it up, but Roberto was not there to help out, so Karch gets the kill. Fanco and Roberto. Karch exactly on the opposite end of the stick. He's looking for number 140. The two Brazilians looking for their first win on the AVP Tour, similar to David Swadek a couple of weeks back when he was trying to break through into the winner's circle.
I tell you, Billy, if you're going to win your first Open victory, you might as well do it against the best.
And in Chicago with the US Open. Little joust, Adam brought it right back. Another battle at the net. Adam committed way too late to back off that time, and it was put down cleanly. And Roberto will go back. Trains in Redondo. Born in Brazil. He's only been a pro for a year. Here in the U.S. Oh, big, huge block. That's as big as Fanco can get.
And Fanco, Roberto, their first full season on the AVP Tour last year, but this team internationally has been one of the best teams for the last decade. They were the #1 team in Brazil for a long time before a team of Emmanuel and Zamarco took over the lead. We see Emmanuel a lot playing on the tour with Loyola, but this team has a wealth of experience, and they've won a lot of tournaments internationally. They've won 2 already this year on the Brazilian domestic tour, but like you've said, that AVP, that first elusive AVP victory, they have yet to achieve.
They took a 9th here last year, did Fanco and Roberto. You can see the kind of intimidating block Fanco can put up. You swear he's about 6'7", 6'8", although he's listed at only 6'3", the way he gets up there and blocks. That's a nice change on the fly that time. Adam Johnson was going to cover line, and a nice last-minute turn into the open part of the court.
And Fanco, very big, great blocker, left-handed player. Surprisingly, a wonderful touch on his shots as well. Sees the court very well, can move it all over the place.
Karch, little bump, that's tight. But Adam, power and quickness that time for the side out. It's 2-1, Fanco and Roberto going to 15 with a 9-minute clock. Got to win.
Right here, you're going to see twice in a row, Karch has set Adam a little bit too close. That's right in Franco's roofing range. Adam with the quick arm, though, slides it by down the line.
Oh, you never want to be in that roofing range. Karch, not a good effort there.
Again, I think that's the result of Karch really just starting his jump serve, not having a good feel for the wind, not knowing whether he can really blast it or whether he's got the wind behind him. It's going to take a while for these players to figure out and get their bearings.
This record really the last accomplishment on the long resume for Karch as he pokes it down the middle. I mean, you think about it, what hasn't he done? Nothing. He's just looking for the all-time record now in beach wins.
And as much as he says it's just another open win and it doesn't really mean that much to him, for those of us that know him,
yeah, the more you know
it's a lot different.
The more you're around him on tournament day, you realize that he senses the sense of the moment. And the Brazilians want to spoil it, but a chance for a point right there. They're tied at 2.
And Billy Mack, look to see more of this with Karch at the net. He gets a nice soft block. Adam puts it up. And if Karch continues to have trouble with his jump serve, look for him turning to the floaty, running up and doing the majority of the blocking, because when he's doing that, that's when he and Adam are their most lethal defensively scoring points.
Adam with one of the best serves on the beach. And it sets up this free ball. Oh, and Karch gets caught up. That's a missed opportunity.
A missed opportunity and a tough break for Adam, because right as that play was developing, just a huge gust of wind came up. blew the ball straight away from Karai, no chance to react, and this is going to happen throughout the match. It's been a very strange wind this weekend here in Chicago. Normally, very consistent, just blowing in one direction, either off the lake or towards the lake. But this weekend, it's been swirling. There have been times when it's just been dead, where the center court has been like an oven. And then there's times when the wind just gusts up in these huge bursts.
You can hear it whistling through our microphones, undoubtedly. So setting is at a premium. You've got to be able to gauge it really moment to moment.
Well, ball control and experience is at a premium, because when you have gusts of winds like that, you can't get into any type of rhythm, any type of groove. You've got to be able to feel the moment, feel when the wind's blowing at that exact time that you're playing the ball. And both of these teams are very experienced, and I don't expect to see a lot of mishandled plays. It's just an added element to the game that makes it difficult to control.
See a lot more bump setting than you might normally on a day like today. So a couple of miscues, both teams were still tied at 2, early going. Glad you're with us on Fox Sports Net as the summer of fun continues on the AVP Tour. That hit by Karch off of Franco and into the back. Next week, we're going to be in Michigan. The good folks of Muskegon getting set for that one. Always a big crowd, always a rowdy crowd, and we have a lot of fun when we go there as we take our tour through the Midwest. The AVP is back with a vengeance.
There you see a good shot of just how big this crowd is here in Chicago. We've been playing here since 1983.
And always one of the premier stops. Once again, taking some off of that hit, and Karch takes it back. Will take off first turn.
Taking a turn, Karch and AJ.
Could it be a historic day in
Billy Mack,
Chicago?
Karch Karai does not get a lot of the stuffed roof blocks a la Whitmarsh, but he gets his hands on a lot, and when he gets that soft block, Adam Johnson gives him the nice set in transition.
5th kill of the championship match for Karch Karai. They lead 3-2. Back in a moment.
This summer.
Well, it would be a nice way to cap off 4th of July, but we'll see what happens.
And as usual, Billy, Karch trying to keep it very low-key, but I think you've got to equate a record like this with Henry Aaron or with some of the great baseball players going for 3,000 hits. You talk to almost all of them, invariably they just said, I just wanted to get it over with. I wanted to get the record, get it done, and then move on with my career.
And I say reluctantly, not because Karch shuns the media. He has been the spokesman in volleyball since the start of his career, and he accommodates everyone. He is just so humble sometimes, almost to a fault. Everybody knows he's the man and always will be out here on the beach, but to him, he's just one of the guys. And here he's going to try to set for Adam Johnson. Brought right back at Karch. Fakes going on too. What's it going to take? This is what the Brazilians can do. You got to make a play. They're not going to just give it to you. That's great stuff.
Now you're going to see a little bit of emotion from the Hungarian rototiller. Karch Karai he wants it. You can see it in his face, and he wants to get this crowd into it because he knows they're tired and they need more of that energy from the crowd. Let's make this kind of a USA-Brazil type of international match.
Ask Emmanuel and Loyola. They know what it's like to go up against big AVP crowds with everyone else against them, but friends and family. That one's going long, and the Brazilians are not crisp in the early going. Very unlike the first time these two teams met.
Well, Billy Mack, here you're going to see Roberto just taking a good look and just flailing it out of bounds. This is just what Karch Karai and Adam Johnson want. They're tired, but let's get the pressure on early and get an early lead.
We'll step away quickly, be right back to Chicago after this. U.S. Open Championship brought to you by Paul Mitchell here in Chicago. AJ will serve. Crowd cheered the entire way through that break. Nice spot again. We haven't really seen Franco pound it yet, but we've seen him put it in a couple of nice spots.
Franco, very deceptive with that left hand, sees the court extremely well, a la Adam Johnson, and just doesn't put a lot of heat on it all the time, but puts the ball onto the sand.
Franco, the proud papa of a little boy, Bruno, who is 2 years old, and I'm sure Bruno's going to grow up to be a bruiser just like Dad. He and his wife, Swaylin.
Here we're going to see Karchkrai. Looks like he's set to hit a jump serve.
Good play. Block up, no, good play. You know, just so we personally don't a side or a front Franco. I don't know if it's Swalen or Sue Ellen, but
so here you see a great one-arm stab by Karai. Franco coming back, putting up a big block. He's going to do that. You're going to see the Brazilians, they don't give up points easily. Even when you get the dig, Franco will come back or Roberto will dig you defensively.
That's about as hard as AJ can hit a ball. He just kind of looked at Franco after that one.
And you see a little bit of frustration in Franco right now because he's been right on 3 or 4 of those block attempts. Each time the ball, unfortunately for him, ricocheting off his hands out of bounds, but he can't be too disappointed. The more you keep on the ball, the more chances you have to score those points.
Adam again with the opportunity. This is Roberto. And once again, guessing right.
Shoots it over the block. Good for the
Smart
side.
volleyball. Very smart volleyball.
Again, a very nice bump set from Franco, just lifting the ball up, giving Roberto plenty of time to take a look over the court, chopping cross court away from Adam Johnson defensively.
Karch with the bumper. Wind is relatively calm at this point. We've seen that. The block right back at him a number of times already, and then Karch with an opportunity to swing away, and the kill.
So again, Franco getting his hand on the ball, knocking it back. Karai and Johnson doing a great job of covering themselves so far early in the match.
This is the first final for the Brazilians since Minneapolis of last year.
Billy, their first final here in the United States, but they've won 2 tournaments already in Brazil. They've taken 2 seconds, and you know, up to this weekend, they're playing great volleyball.
Karch got a hand on that one, but went tumbling down into the sand, and we're a little bit of a side-out war right now at 5-2. Clock at 6.5. If it comes into play, once it gets down below 2 minutes, we'll make sure we monitor it at every moment. Good pass, Adam Johnson. And he just hammers that one past the big block of Franco. That's the Adam Johnson we have seen with regularity this year on tour.
Here you're going to see Karch giving Adam a perfect set to swing at. Johnson just ripping that ball deep middle. Finds a nice little wedge in the sand and bounces that thing up about 20 feet, a la Scott Friedrichsen.
Shall we call this the Adams family? There's the Johnson Brigade in the tent. Look at the hair on his little boy.
Bleeding in there. Somebody hooked me in the can. One-on-one.
And that's down.
Again, Franco with a very nice loopy shot over Adam Johnson on defense. Not real exciting, but same result, side out for the Brazilians.
By the way, did I call Caitlin a little boy down there? Is Caitlin down there? That's her little boy too, isn't it? How many kids they got? MD?
They've got 2.
They've got 2. That's what I thought. It's all family all the time here in Chicago.
Tit for tat, Adam Johnson with a little loopy shot down the line over the block of Franco. Let's see if Karchkrai switches up here. He hasn't been having a whole lot of success with the jump serve. Looks like he's going to revert to the floaty and go up and block, which I think is their best strategy right now.
Once again, touch, not velocity, working for Franco and Roberto. And now Roberto will serve as he paces in the back.
Billy, anytime you play Brazilian volleyball players, their ball control is impeccable. You know that they're going to pass, set, and side out, and that you're going to be in a war.
Oh, Adam Johnson. That is smoke deluxe. And now Adam will go back and jump serve. And wasn't it the Brazilians years and years ago who busted that jump serve out in indoor competition and changed the game forever?
1984, the Olympics in Los Angeles against the United States in the semis. They just ripped those jump serves, putting the U.S. down easily. But fortunately, the format was such that the United States could come back, and they ended up defeating Brazil in the final in 1984.
That jump serve then made its way out onto the beach, and it hasn't looked back.
And Adam Johnson was definitely one of the forerunners of the jump serve on the beach, one of the guys that really started to make an art of it and score a lot of points directly off his jump serve.
Fanco serving right there the way we used to always see it. Adam Johnson, good play. There's that defensive genius in the back, but a good block. Over on 2, nice play by Fanco. And give credit to Roberto for digging one out, and they get a point at 5-3 now.
Well, let's not forget that Roberto was Defensive Player of the Year last year on AVP. Johnson coming back with a good block. And this is what Fanco is just so good at. He's left-handed, he's open to the court always when he's coming in a set, and he's always a threat to knock it over on 2.
Pretty tight. Adam that time works the block.
Johnson right side down the line, with the side out.
Adam capable of dealing with the tight set, as that one blew a little bit closer than Karchi wanted it to.
Karchi and Adam getting a break on that play as Fanco, as he made his move outside to attempt to block, tripped a little bit and was unable to jump.
As Dad works, kids play on this 4th of July. And we hope the week after, wherever you are watching this, you had a wonderful Independence Day. Here's Karch Kirai hoping, as I mentioned, make it a red, white, and blue Sunday for him.
Big gust of wind coming up right now, Bill.
Kirai will swing. And a net. Net on Fanco. And you've just got to catch the luck. You've got to catch the breeze. It will certainly be a roll of the dice throughout the rest of this afternoon. This crowd just antsy. They've been sitting on their hands the last few minutes. They want to explode. Karch Kirai hoping it's in his own hands, along with partner Adam Johnson, to win number 140, in case you're just joining us, which would surpass St. John Smith, the all-time record wins on the beach. Karch, hustling. Nobody! Yes, sir, Karch Kirai.
Billy, you're going to see Karch going up with an open net, finishing well. Another great jump serve from Adam Johnson, setting up the defensive play.
AJ, they've doubled the score. 6-3. Off the net. Opportunity. On 2. There we get to see the cannon, Fanco. So a second chance for a moment.
Again, Fanco with that left-handed whip. Very effective going over on 2 when the opportunity presents itself.
Fanco almost waiting for the gust of wind, and does. Kirai again, he's side out really well right now, MD.
See a little bit of frustration there for Fanco. That was a great jump serve down the middle. Kirai with the stabbing pass. Perfect pass to Adam Johnson. Great side out for Karch Kirai.
Kirai and Johnson nearly were eliminated by Rogers and Holdren earlier. Easily could have lost that one. It was a very streaky match on one of the outside boards earlier.
And that's 2 unforced errors for Roberto, hitting the ball wide again.
And it's 7-3, so a nice lead towards the middle of our championship match for Karch Kirai. Are we headed for history? No flipping, please. We're back to Chicago in a moment. In the Deep South. We include you too. 7-3 our score as we've changed sides. Karch Kirai, Adam Johnson on top, 7-3. U.S. Open time in the Windy City. Living up to its nickname. Roberto. As long as we're talking family, he's a papa also. Twin 3-year-old boys, Roberto and Ricardo. There's a block right there.
I was going to say, Billy, this is a critical time in the match for Brazil. Franco Roberto, you don't want to let Kirai and Johnson get too far ahead of you. They're down 7-3, switching over the side. The crowd's dancing, the momentum's flowing, and Brazil does exactly what they need to do. They come out, they get a big block. Now they're back in the match at 4-7.
And the longer this match goes, fatigue, of course, will play a story and a part. The much well-rested Brazilians now down trying to extend things. Adam Johnson after the side out. And we should not minimize the conditions here this weekend.
Incredibly hot, incredibly humid, and 2 extra matches for Cryan Johnson today in the losers bracket.
Roberto gets his turn. Big hit. Roberto, a little fire on that slap. Side out, Brazilians.
So there you see Roberto, he's flailed 2 of those balls wide cross court. This time takes his time on the approach, getting his bearing, and just rips it past Adam Johnson defensively.
Yeah, this is their weather. They feel right at home. Karch up, Karch down. Although guessed well by Roberto.
So if you're Cryan Johnson, you really want to make your move right now, because Franco's getting a lot of hands on his balls at the block. Roberto's moving well defensively. These guys are going to score some points soon. You want to get yours in bunches right now.
Block! Karch Kirai, it's in! You dialed it up, my God. Good call. And as we often say, big blocks change momentum very quickly.
And here you're going to see Karch Kirai going up, getting over, putting a nice block on Roberto.
Nobody up. Eyes as wide as the lake that time for Franco.
And when he gets the open net there on 2, Franco's just bombing. And even though Cryan Johnson are up 8-4, Billy, I get a sense of urgency. You get the feeling that they really know that they don't have a lot left in their tank, and they want to try to get this over with if they're going to win it sooner than later. Don't get in a knockdown drag out with these guys.
I couldn't agree more. That was the feeling I had when I brought it up a couple of minutes ago, that it's just physically Kirai and Johnson riding the wave of the crowd and the emotion, that a tight match at the end might favor the Brazilians. 4.5 minutes left on the clock. 8-4. AJ and Karch over Franco and Roberto. It's Franco, Neto, and Roberto Lopes, but when you ask them, they say, let's just stay with the first names. Oh, they don't want to stay with that. A serve, AJ.
4-9-4.
Adam again just going to go up and rip this jump serve down the middle, as he's been doing all day long through the losers bracket.
2 aces now for Adam Johnson, the former Trojan of USC, hooking up with a Bruin from UCLA. Dogs and cats can live together in the same house. Proof positive.
Who's the dog, Billy?
Doesn't really matter at this point.
Very politically correct.
Hey, I went to both schools myself. I rode the fence and still am. Kirai using the block. He's focused.
Let's take a good look at Karch Kirai right now. A little bit of breeze blowing, but he's going to elect to go to the float serve, go up and block. I think it's a very good move for he and Adam right now.
14th kill for Karch Kirai. Battle at the net. Adam Johnson cannot negotiate. The bomb from Roberto will go back and serve.
Wind really starting to swirl around the center court, Billy. Good opportunity for the Brazilians to maybe get off a couple of tough jump serves right here.
We got a timeout.
A sand timeout. Adam Johnson.
Billy Mack, you just gotta love Hobb getting out there, getting sandy, getting sweaty, and he had to pick the hottest day of the year to come out and play a little volleyball. There's Roberto missing another serve out of bounds for the Brazilians, but back to Hobb, I tell you, he is just so entertaining to watch. Even when he's been away for so long, he's out there on the court, the crowd starts gathering around, he's yelling, he's ranting and raving, and people just love it.
Adam Johnson, poised. Up 9-4. Block again, Karch Kirai. He's on fire. That's his second block to go along with 14 kills and 5 digs.
Here you're going to see Karch going up again, pressing over, and you see the emotion in Kirai. He knows each point is huge, and the quicker they can come, the better.
coming through the losers bracket. Never an easy path. And now just 5 points away from destiny. Adam knew probably before he struck that he wanted it back. Hit the jet stream and went flying.
Just a little bit amped there, I think. Going for that 11-4 side switch. That would be a real nice number for Karian Johnson.
Can they side out? And whiffing that time was Roberto on the other side. You could see how quick that gets past the block and past the defense.
Well, I tell you, you can be the defensive player of the year, but when you've got Adam Johnson ripping the ball full speed, that ball just gets on you so fast. Ball just blowing by Roberto on that.
Oh, anything you can do, I can do equally as well. That's the motto of Fanco that time, who blows it past Karch and AJ.
Little tit for tat there.
Yes.
Heat for heat.
Bam.
Fanco just going up, hitting a real nice hard angle cross court.
That'd be a rope going down into the sand and digging a nice little hole. Adam blocked, plays it well, has another chance to drop the arm. And we'll take the turn at 10-5. Still though, Johnson and Karai in good shape. Just under 4 minutes left on the clock. And back to Chicago and the Open after this.
Property owners.
In Chicago, we welcome everyone back again. If you've just joined us, Karch Kiraly looking for history and career win number 140. He and his partner Adam Johnson lead 10-5 over Fanco and Roberto, who have not played nearly as well as earlier. In fact, each and every match up until this point, they have been solid all weekend.
And Adam Johnson just continues to bang off the block. Real nice spot in the match now for Karian Johnson. Adam's been getting off some great serves off this left side of the court.
Tough one in the middle. Karch did a great fake. I don't care how long you play volleyball, if you're running towards the net, that fake will bother you.
The fake bothered him a little, but I think it's just another great jump serve for Adam Johnson. Again, coming up with big plays at big times.
And quickly, a timeout after that point. So Fanco and Roberto feel it slipping away a bit. But as you mentioned, this is a key position because Adam can serve away on that side.
Well, Adam Johnson's been serving up a storm, and he's been making big serves at big times all day long in big matches.
Will he be able to serve one up again when we come back after this to the U.S. Open, brought to you by Paul Mitchell here in Chicago? Wanted to talk about the record, but it's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. He figured he didn't want to jinx anything.
You don't want to jinx it, but you can hear the urgency in Karch's voice. These guys worked us this morning. We can't let up. We've got to push now while the moment's good. We've got the wind. We've got Adam whipping the jump serve. Let's not let these Brazilians get a breath of air. Let's not let them get their momentum and get back in this match. Let's keep them down.
And to use a cliche, that's not how hot air coming out of Karch either. He really means it. He really knows it.
He knows. He knows that he's in great shape. He's got a wonderful opportunity to win this match, but it could turn around in an instant if they don't keep the pressure on.
Adam Johnson, 11-5. That's off a little bit, so the defense comes off. Karch lets it go by, and it's in.
There's a good shot of Fanco. Great move by Karch. He did all the right things. The set was off, and Karch dropped. Fanco, he's just got a lot of range, able to rip that ball deep down the line. Big side out for Brazil. They needed that. They got to get something going for themselves right now.
3:27 on the clock. Fanco.
Come on.
Adam, once again, so many off the block today. Numerous times.
I think Franco's going to be having nightmares tonight. He's just going to see balls bouncing off his hands in perfect position to roof, just heading out of bounds, and Karian Johnson just whittling the block right now.
Karch the floater and the block. Chance for AJ. Got it up. Will AJ swing? Yes, he will. But an easy up that time by Fanco. AJ again, but unfortunately for Johnson and Karai, it does not hit the net.
You see Karch making a slight appeal to the head official, Marvin Hall, hoping that he would call a double on Fanco. No such luck. Side out for the Brazilians.
Couple of stellar defensive plays,
Nice
both sides. We're looking at the best players in the world. Pro Beach Volleyball, the AVP. Adam. That wasn't one of the better sets of the day, but it worked out all right for them.
Another nice break for Adam Johnson and Karch Karai. The ball's off the net. Fanco just a little bit late getting over on that. Adam able to slip the ball in between the blocker and the net. This is it right now, Billy. Good breeze for Adam Johnson. He should be able to get off a real nice jump serve.
He got a good dig. Karch pushing it close. And Adam, second time in this match, he's had a short dink possibility and driven it right into the net.
Well, that's one of those chances where the wind actually comes back to hurt you. It's great for you when you're jump serving into it, but then when you get a defensive play and the ball's up in the air, it blows way off the court. Karai unable to get that ball far enough up onto the net for Adam to get a real good swing at it.
Adam again. Is it in? No, it's out. So a mistake. We haven't seen many. But finally, Fanco and Roberto get off of 5, and it's 11-6.
And you have to give the Brazilians credit. Adam Johnson's been siding out very well, but they haven't broken their formation. They haven't got away from their game plan. They're keeping a lot of serves on Adam right now, and now you're starting to see a couple little ball errors. That's a nice side out for Adam Johnson, but Brazil's keeping the pressure on.
Karch was very close to netting that time. In fact, Fanco believed that he did. It was either a gust of wind or Karch did brush the net because it definitely moved.
See Karch shaking his head, might have gotten away with one right there.
Yeah, I think he might have. But it evens out, as they say usually.
Mark, can you calm me down so I can bring this camera back?
And Billy, I think it evened out right there because that was a definite trap set for Roberto. He's able to turn around fair play and just bang the ball off of Karch's arms.
We're coming your way, America. The AVP will be in Muskegon, Santa Barbara, Cleveland, Manhattan Beach, Vegas. If you hear your town, make plans. Come say hi to MD and Hob. Uh-oh, I got it, you take it. An ace for Roberto, and 11-7. So 2 in a row for the Brazilians. They ain't done yet.
And you can sense it in the crowd. They sense the urgency. They're trying to cheer on Karch and Adam right now, getting them fired up.
Yeah, this whole match has hit a lull as far as the American team is concerned. And Adam Johnson takes care of that for the time being with a hit off the block.
Another nice side out for Adam Johnson, but he's getting a lot of serves right now. You want to keep your eyes on him. He has trouble every once in a while with the humidity and the heat. Got to keep a real keen eye on Adam. Again, premium for Karai and Johnson right now. Score points, score them now, score them quick.
Adam not going full bore on the serve. Karch brought it right back. Good hang time. Chance for a point. Can they capitalize?
Johnson.
Mark it down, Billy. That might be the turning point of the whole match. Adam Johnson getting opportunity number 2, ripping the ball across court. You noticed he wasn't able to put a lot of heat on that jump serve. He and Karch, their tanks might be on empty, and they want to get this match over with. That was a huge point for them.
12-7, 3 away, and a good serve. Scrambling a bit. The Brazilians pounded right down. Adam read them well and was dug in. But just a little bit too much off of the paw of Fanco.
Is this right?
Again, Adam Johnson not getting a lot of heat on that jump serve, but like real estate, it's the location, and he's putting it right in between the Brazilian players.
Adam with a chance. Oh, that's beautiful stuff. Just working it around the block. There is little room to swing or hit when a big block is up like that.
And something that the Brazilians really have to watch right now is that when you serve a guy over and over, sooner or later, he just gets the rhythm going. He gets into it. He sees the block. He's seeing things. And right now, Adam's got a real nice rhythm going right now. He's not hitting it as hard as he was earlier, but he's seeing the court.
To the tune of 16 kills. And another dig, and Karch puts it away! They're 2 away now from the title. And we'll take the turn at 13-7, and the crowd on their feet.
And as Karch said to Hobb earlier, I don't know where the energy's coming, but we're making things happen, and we got to keep it going. And that's just a big right side hit for Karai coming off the net.
On this net side change, ladies and gentlemen, Karch Karai can set history. We'll see in a minute. And just 2 points away now, Karai and Johnson from the U.S. Open Championship. Karch will serve. They'd like it to happen quickly. Nice location by Roberto, and they still seem poised. Franco and Roberto.
Score right now, Billy, 13-7. Johnson and Karai with the lead. If you're Brazil, as long as you can keep them on 13, keep them frustrated, start chipping away, get point after point. That's how you make big comebacks. A lot of side outs and just getting a point here and there.
That's a good dig.
Wind's gonna blow it though.
And it's brought back on the right side of the antenna. Yes, that would have counted. And Roberto great hustle though.
And you see Karch Karai applauding Franco. You just don't realize with the talons coming off the pole over there how difficult the play that was for Franco. And he whittled his way through the talons, made the bump back up, and actually gave Roberto a pretty nice set. Roberto dinking the ball in the net. That's just demoralizing for Brazil.
Under 2 minutes on the clock, but more importantly, AJ's team just 2 away. This one pushed out, it'll be tight on the net. There's a net situation, and it was Karch Karai getting caught in.
Another athletic play, back to back.
And that's just a
Pretty good
very
set.
athletic play there for Franco. That was a trap set. Just went up and just ripped the ball past the Karai block off one leg. Big side out for Brazil.
You brought it up, MD. You get to 14, and things can fall quickly for you. You like to keep 1 away, just that little margin of error. And the Brazilians trying to get to 8 now. That never went. That did not go. And Roberto of the Brazilians looks the most frustrated of that tandem.
And I tell you, that was a tough break for Franco. I mean, they won the winner's bracket, yes, but it's been a long, hot day for everyone. He's huffing and puffing. He's got to run up to the net and block every play. And that's 2 good, real nice point opportunities. The first one, not so much, but that second one was a great opportunity. And Roberto has hit both of them in the net.
Blocked by Karai! And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that point. This is volleyball history.
Billy Mack, Karch Karai, does he want it? I think so. Just getting over big time. Nice block. Brazil's going to take a little timeout and try to calm things down, but they're in trouble.
Is it only a matter of time? Everybody on their feet in Chicago, don't go away. See you in a minute.
Hi, I'm the John Paul and John.
139 beach wins. He's 1 point away from standing alone, Mike Todd.
And this crowd is on their feet. They're loving it. Chicago, one of our best venues on tour, a fitting spot for Karai to set the record.
Karch trying to do it himself. Did they just let him do it? The Brazilians, in a show of respect, have let the ball drop and given Karch Karai the record.
I don't understand what happened.
I know Karch doesn't want it to happen like that.
You know what? I think that's one of those things where there's just an unbelievable miscommunication. I think the Brazilians are trying to make some type of gesture out of respect.
Yes, an absolute show of respect.
And Karch Karai just kind of in a state of shock. That's not the way things happen around here. You want to earn your victory. You want to go out there and put the roof up or do something. And an incredible gesture by Brazil, but it certainly can take nothing away from the accomplishment of Karch Karai.
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Karch Kiraly is the king. A strange way to end it, an anticlimactic way to end it. Karch serving up and ready to battle, and the Brazilians are already applauding.
They're applauding Karch. They're saying, you're the greatest to ever play. Still very strange. As a player, I can't figure that out by myself, and you know, they're leaving the court now. And,
yeah, I understand fully what they were doing. Taking into respect the great Karch Kiraly and everyone around the world, they stood and applauded as Karch served and let him serve that last one down. And it goes into the books. Karch Kiraly, 140 beach wins. St. John Smith has been passed, and Karch is the man. We are back to talk to the all-time greatest, Karch Kiraly. We'll come back after this. Karch Kiraly passing St. John Smith. He now has 140 beach wins to his credit. Time now to go to the sand and talk to our victors with none other than Tim Hovland.
How does it feel, number 140, Karchy?
I still don't know what happened. Did we win? I mean, I don't know what the heck was going on that last play.
I think they took a timeout out of respect, but it was just a weird way to end it.
It was a very strange way to end it. You know, we usually like to actually play it out and earn the point, but it feels great. What a wonderful way to cap off a tough grind through the losers bracket. Great July 4th. Crowd was awesome. We had a great time here.
4th of July, Karch Kiraly, 140. Adam Johnson, you played great out there.
I was just out there. That's about it. You know, this is Karch's show. He deserves everything. You know, I think this just shows that Karch is the best player in the world ever, probably.
No doubt about that. Karchy, what do you have to say for yourself? Does it feel so much better to be having it over with?
Yeah, it feels nice to be getting over there. Oh, the 140 hat here. There we go. There we go.
The new pink hat by Karch Kiraly.
Yeah, this is the one that Bill Bullion wants to bury in 12 feet of sand right here.
Okay, we'll play this next tournament together.
Hey, Karch, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Adam, congratulations. Guys, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Javi, and this crowd enjoyed it. We certainly hope you did too. A historic moment. As mentioned, a strange way to end it, but I know that Fanco and Roberto were doing it out of the utmost respect and trying to make a statement, I think, for all the players that Karch Kiraly has ever beaten, and there's plenty of them.